Good morning, Arc Eagles. My name is Mr. Hanks. We're back with lesson 4. All right, and this is the factory fire, unfortunately. Very tragic event in U.S. history. And we just want to identify political, social, and economic issues resulting from the Second Industrial Revolution. Since you're at home, your lesson is going to differ a little bit differently. We're doing a gallery walking class for the Shirtwaist fire. So with this is the important stuff that you need to know. Our bell ringer, did you know that long ago there were no laws that prevent businesses from locking the doors to and from factories to prevent workers from going to the restroom? So in your bell ringer, before you get into the reading, just kind of think about how that could be a problem, especially with today's OSHA laws and regulations. So, all right, we have 2 readings. This Triangle Shirtwaist factory fire. You're going to read it. Main ideas: who, what, when, where, why, how, what started the fire, everything like that. What were some effects of the fire? And what happened to the people working in the factory during the fire. So this one, I'm not expecting a short little answer for that. That I need conditions, and it's in the reading. What were conditions like at the Triangle Shirtwaist factory? I want to know who worked there. I want to know what conditions they were working in. I want to know what freedoms they were allowed in, okay? What factors led to the deadly fire? And what were the effects of the Triangle Shirtwaist factory fire? Because even though we have our muckrakers, even though we have our reformists, our progressives, there's still some situations that the law is not really taking full effect into. So when I said yesterday we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I wasn't talking about the fire that this building had. That's a pretty serious thing. So this was a major event. I want you to kind of maybe cast some blame on the end result, like who had the most blame involved, something about a cigarette involved, something like that. I want to know who you would blame, because in the gallery walk, that's kind of what we're looking at for that. And then the second reading is our child labor reforms, and there's a trust that comes with this too. So make sure you're starting to see now, like, we're not going to have small little children anymore. We'll have them around 16. 16 is going to be the age that we're looking at for kids to kind of work in factories and mines and stuff, but we're going to start seeing some huge limitations on that. So, do our who, what, when, where, why, how. What debate complicated the issue of child labor? So what was the main issue that was taking the government so long to maybe act and maybe lock this down? How was Louis Hines similar to Jacob Riis? Remember, Jacob Riis was the one that took very famous pictures. He did some exposés exposing the harsh realities and conditions of people that were working in factories. Remember, children lying there in the streets, dead, frozen to death, stuff like that too. So how is Louis Hines similar to Jacob Riis on exposing these types of wrongs? What was the Keating-Owens Child Labor Act? And this was a very serious act. This is where, like, if you're under 16, you ain't working. This is where this comes from. And they even said, if it comes to find out that you are using children under 16 to do your work, you will not be able to transport goods anywhere. You will not be able to do that. This really angered the robber barons because they were paying a lot of these underage kids hardly anything, and it was free labor. They wouldn't go on strike or anything, and we covered that in a previous lesson as well. So was it effective? Just some things I want you to know before I didn't tell me. So make sure you pull that information out. Our DOK question. Investigate how the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire Factory influenced labor laws in the United States. So how can you kind of see the events of this factory play out with like OSHA regulations? And OSHA is like they're like the highest level safety inspectors that go out and they check any little thing. They'll write a business up, maybe even shut the business down until a safety hazard is corrected. This is why we have such strict laws now, because they don't want to see the loss of a human life because someone got greedy or lazy. Okay? For today, I want you to take the exit ticket. What were the effects of the Triangle Shirtwaist factory fire? Not just on the United States, but on labor reforms, and on safety regulations happening in the country. Those are just things you need to pull out of this information. So, and without any further ado, other than that, if you're in school, you're doing the gallery walk with us, you can kind of see in the sign below. Basically the same thing, but you're getting the same right information here. So, without any further ado, that is it for lesson 4. Remember, grow strong minds, strong hearts, live the arc away, love yourselves and love each other. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Alex, hit it.